Hello, kindred of the internet, and welcome to this new mini-series, Monaco by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade chronicle that is happening in Monte Carlo. So, yeah, exciting stuff coming up. As you might notice when we broadcast this, we do things a little bit differently right now. We are pre-recording it, which also means that there's gonna be more opportunities for the players and myself to interact with you. Hey, future me, can you type a message to show what I'm talking about? Thank you. But yeah, that doesn't mean that it is not going to be fun. It's going to be extremely fun. With me for this adventure, I have a wonderful cast of characters. Let's meet them, shall we? Starting with Kit.
Hi, I'm Kit, and I'm going to be playing Sasha Morozov, and he's in Clan Ventru.
All right, followed by Kyle.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm going to be playing Caesar Palazzo, the Clan Toreador.
And Mike.
I'm Mike, and I'm going to be playing Seamus McKay of Clan Gangra.
All right. Before we get started, just a word of warning. Vampire the Masquerade is a very mature game with possibly some dark themes or bloody themes, so viewer discretion is advised. Please note that we made sure that all the lines and veils were sorted out with all the characters so that everybody feels safe and all good. But if at some point in the story you see or hear something that you're not very comfortable with, feel free to step out and maybe come back a little bit later. In any case, how about we start telling a vampire story?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. Welcome to the French Riviera. It is beautiful. The Mediterranean Sea is absolutely gorgeous. It is currently the month of June 2023, and yeah, the whole area is bustling with life. Tourists come to tan, or swim, or visit, or gamble at the casinos and whatnot. You, however, do not do any of those things, or at least not the tanning part.
Not the tanning part.
Or you are vampires, kindred, as you call yourselves in this society. The whole Riviera is in a bit of a weird power shift at the moment. For the longest time, Monaco, nearby, has been controlled by the Camarilla. You, however, are on the other faction, the Anarchs, and are not exactly fond of their way of doing things, of their way that some could consider a little bit retrograde or old-fashioned. Now, everything has been a little bit different for the last few years, since the vampire population of Marseille almost got wiped out by the second acquisition. This has been a huge blow for kindreds, but nevertheless, there was just too much at stake here in this area of the world to just leave it be. So you remained. You three are a coterie. You have been working together for a few years now. You know each other. You somewhat trust each other, depending on the times. But most of all, you do good work. You are under the tutelage of the Baroness Agatha Penrose. She handles everything from Monaco to Nice, Nice included, and is trying to keep it all together and rise the ranks a little bit. Monaco has always been a little bit of a, interesting target. It is hard to do any kind of power grab there, considering the huge influence of the prince. Not the Prince of Monaco, the prince. Prince Isaiah Amram, which has been ruling over Monaco for quite a while. Now you guys have been summoned by Agatha Penrose herself You are to meet at the Airs Observatory on the outskirts of Monaco, up on the hills, and are being summoned at the stroke of midnight. So my question is, who arrives first?
Oh, probably Seamus. With his meetings, he always shows up early because he knows the importance.
All right. So as you arrive at the observatory, you see this huge, flat sort of field with the one and only building sticking out being the observatory itself. But you do know that this place is often used for night activities like star watching. You are a little bit off and remote from the cities as not to have too much light pollution. And at the moment, when it's supposed to be empty, you see quite a few guards, mortals for that matter, but the place is heavily guarded. When you arrive and get out of the car, could you describe what Seamus looks like?
Seamus would have just come from work. He owns a large pharmaceutical company. He would be in suit jacket, open button. Underneath is a light lavender button-down shirt with a silver tie, black dress pants with the brown kind of hard leather loafers. Big man. His suit is probably one size too small for purposes. He bald, full trimmed beard, so everything's cleaned up, and just gets up, adjusts his tie, stretches, kind of cracks a little bit, and you just start walking.
Right. The guards kind of politely stop you before you can enter until they can verify that you have indeed been invited. They receive a word on their radio. You're free to go, sir. And you can see that in the middle of this sort of square overlooking the whole Riviera, a table has been installed. Very neat, nice seats, comfortable seats. At the moment, the table is empty. You're welcome to sit, however.
Is it a round, square, or rectangle table?
It is a rectangle table.
Right. He's sitting at the head of the table.
At the head of the table. Interesting. Who amongst the two of you would arrive after that?
No, I'm fashionably late.
Are we both fashionably late?
Do you want to ride?
Oh
car.
no. Oh no.
All right, Kyle, I'll let you have it. Sasha comes next.
All right.
Driven
So as
up in his town car with his driver, Stella.
All right. Stella is looking a little bit worried. Everything is going to be okay, sir?
I got this. Yeah, it's fine. My coterie going to be here.
Okay. You know where to find me.
Okay.
So, getting out of the car, Stella opens the door for you. What does Sasha look like?
So he's a tall, very good-looking man. He's got cheekbones you could cut yourself on and piercing blue eyes, kind of light brown hair. Just a very simple but well-made suit. Just black shirt, but everything's black, but just simple and elegant.
Simple and elegant.
Mm-hmm.
Same dance as Seamus. They check your identity. They make sure that you were indeed invited. And you are invited to come in. You can see that Seamus has already been seating and waiting for quite a while.
I'll sit on his right.
Okay.
Seamus?
Sasha, you've joined. Only 10 minutes
Show up
late.
early. That's your thing.
Caesar, how late would you arrive to that meeting?
Likely 30 minutes late.
30 minutes late.
Yep.
Okay, you
So
fully
that-
you fully embraced the French way of life. Okay.
It's about 30 minutes after the start time. A limousine will arrive. Not Caesar's. He has no idea whose it is. He just commandeered it for the evening. Getting out of the back of the limousine is a tall, whisper man. Looks like a strong wind could push him over, but goodness is he pretty. Very striking, light blue eyes, almost icy in a way. Good medium length, black hair, which is currently slicked back. He's got a suit that's very much a casual suit, it's very comfortable, as he prefers to be comfortable in life. He's wearing incredibly oversized sunglasses, even at night. He also has a very shiny, silverish cape that he's wearing this evening. As he gets out of the limousine, he'll pull off a pair of white gloves and take off the sunglasses and go, "Oh, seems as expected."
All right. They eventually let you in. You can see the mortals grin a little bit, the guards. They have this sort of, you get the feeling that they had sort of a bet of how late you were going to be. And that the majority of them won. Nevertheless, you arrive, seeing your two compatriots at the table.
As they say, age does come before beauty, so here we are.
As you take
Realize
place,
the meeting started 30 minutes ago.
Oh, sweetie, the meeting starts when I arrive. That's how it always works. I thought you'd know this by now.
from behind you, you hear a voice saying, "It is sadly true. Meeting doesn't start until you arrive, sir. Sit down, Caesar. We have to talk."
Thank you.
And as you turn around, you can recognize the beautiful figure of Agatha Penrose. She is this beautiful woman with long, dark black hair and a sort of designer dress. She looks like she is straight out of a fancy party or something, but you have been working with her enough to know that this is her usual appearance. She doesn't get out in a, casual fashion. Never. But her voice is commanding, and you also know by now that you should not, disagree with what she says at the moment. She comes close to the table, does not sit, however. She's looking at you all and has a slight smirk, looking at the seating arrangement, especially Shemus at the end of the table. But she lets it slide. Good evening, kindred. Thank you for coming on such short notice. I assume traffic was bad, which is the only explanation why you would have kept me waiting, Caesar. Yeah, I will choose to believe that. All right. I hope that you don't have a lot on your plate right now, because I might have something for you. She walks a little bit towards the edge and takes a long look at the city below. We have been working on getting rid of the Camarilla in Monaco for a while now, but they are firmly implanted and it has become a problem. But their presence right now is waning. So, with all the pressure that they are feeling from every side of the globe, now would be a good time for a hostile takeover. Now, I need a scalpel, I don't need a hammer on this one. Attacking the prince directly would be pure and simple suicide. But, thankfully, not everybody's as untouchable as him. And she just gestures to her right hand, a young man in his 20s, wearing very slim glasses, and he gives all of you a little folder. This folder contains a lot of pictures, photographs of one man in his probably early 40s. He looks, you know, the cliche of a businessman. If you had to draw a businessman from memory, this is basically what you would draw.
Middle management.
Middle management, yeah.
You know.
This right here is Victor de Montfort. He's basically handling all the finances for the Monaco branch of the Camarilla. So he knows a lot of things. Now, we have been trying to infiltrate his different shell companies and actual companies and overall organization for a while, and we finally had a success. One of our lawyer mortals managed to get himself hired. From what he reported, it seems that a lot of cash is currently being moved around from those companies. It seems sudden, and all of them seem to be taking part of this. Which means that something is happening. Which also means that they are nervous, they are doing a lot of things at the same time, which makes them a little bit more fragile. So what I need is to know what the hell is happening right now. I need to know what the money is for, how much money is being taken care of. Basically, is there something we can exploit? Do you have any questions so far?
Do we have lead from the lawyer? Does he have name of company or something that we can start there?
Well, he was supposed to report to us yesterday, and we did receive a package. Package unfortunately contained his head.
Ah.
So apparently he's been somewhat found. So we do not have many leads at the moment. We know a few of the companies that he's handling, or at least that he's, supervising. From what we have gathered, Victor de Montfort is a kindred, which also means that dealing his affairs during the day might prove challenging. Which also means that he needs to rely on some mortals, some humans, to take care of everything, the day-to-day operations. And these we can exploit.
Do we have any of their names?
Of the people or the companies?
Anything to start from, whatever the lawyer had accumulated before his head arrived.
The one that seemed to be most likely was a company called Luminatech. Luminatech Innovations. According to the website, it seems to be something dealing about lights for airports and this kind of stuff. Which is, odd enough so that not everybody is on their ass, but also inconspicuous enough so that nobody looks too deep into their things. It does seem like a front for something, but we're not exactly sure what yet. So, as far as employees go, this is for you to discover at the moment. We have, as far as informations go, what the website shows us. That is pretty much it. But this is why I rely to you guys.
So money is being moved into this company?
From this company.
From this company.
Money seems to be taken out right now. So we don't know exactly the extent of it, but if our head friend got so worried and got taken out, also could mean that he was onto something. We need to know what.
Does he have office or somewhere where you can investigate?
He does. Not in Monaco directly. He does have a office in the adjoining city called Beausoleil. It is a little bit less in the spotlight, so that might prove useful for us. But we know he does have some companies within the princeship, but not exactly sure which ones and which ones are relevant. We do know that the Camarilla has extensive wealth. They have accumulated this across the centuries. But as they have like this clear disdain of technology and everything IT related, they rely on paper and written stuff and all those inconvenient ways of transferring money.
Mortals in their paper gets them in trouble every single time. What a treat.
Doesn't it? So what I need from you is information. Simple as that. I want to know where the money goes. I want to know how much money goes. And if possible, I want to know what it's for. Sounds good?
Seems reasonable to me.
Now bear in mind, if you are going to venture inside Monte Carlo, please remember, this is a Camarilla territory. We are not exactly welcome there. So, please try not to make too much of a ruckus, if you don't mind.
Aggie, darling, when have I ever made too much of a ruckus? You about me.
That would be Baroness Caesar. I know you tend to forget. Try not to forget too much.
I'll do what I can, you know me.
Don't make me regret this.
Baroness.
Yes, Seamus.
We have resources available to ourselves just from our own collections. However, some of the ways that we might go about could cost a capital. Will we have access to replenishment?
At the moment, I would rather not be associated with this endeavor. Not that I don't trust your skills, but if you were to be taken, I would like to make sure that nothing comes back to me. Which means that at the moment, all I can offer you is petty cash. Enough for a few bribes, not enough to purchase a company.
Oh, I don't need to purchase a company.
You are known to do so, Seamus.
Yes, inside pharmaceuticals, not lights. But I might bring them on to my company. If they're bringing in lights, it's good to change. The mortals, they complain about LED lights, and then they complain about bulb lights, and then
They do
I'm
complain
trying
a
to do
lot,
best
don't
for
they?
them. They do. Something about it hurts their heads.
What can I say?
But I could use that as a front to get inside.
Indeed. The means are up to you. The ends is all that matters for me right now. If you need to crack a few eggs on the way, just make sure you don't break the Masquerade doing so.
I feel like you're looking at me. Why would you look at me for that?
I'm looking at my investment. That is all. Don't worry. Despite what you might have thought for the last few decades, not everything is about you.
Oh, you're out here with jokes today, Aggie. Good. Oh, delightful.
I've tried to tell him for many years.
You are braver than I am.
He has a special place somewhere here. I don't know why, but he does.
A special place indeed. Well,
he works It works better if he believes it, so it's okay.
And I do with my whole heart.
I fully chose to ignore this at the moment. I am not here. I did not summon you here. You were never here, as a matter of fact. And I can come back to my dinner. Now, if you don't mind, good evening. And she takes a leave. She almost looks like she's floating. She has this grace about her, and her walk and demeanor is grace personified, which you, Caesar, can especially appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
As you are left to your own devices, Caesar,
Yes.
you have this sort of image, this flash of whatever this is. You can see just a face, the face of a young man, probably in his 30s, mortal. He's currently bleeding from the nose. His glasses have been broken, and he's begging for mercy. And the vision stops.
Well, that was interesting.
So you're welcome to remain at the observatory as long as you need. The rest of the people, however, leave very fast. You can see Agatha's car, a beautiful reinforced limousine, leaving the place. The rest of the guards just leave, except for a handful of them waiting for the table and chairs to be vacated.
Now, in that premonition, did I notice any surrounding, anything that may have been able to tell me where it might be, or just more focused on the person?
The vision was focused on the person. You could see that
Alright.
he had this sort of business casual attire. He had a white shirt, a red tie that seemed way too flashy for his taste, and he had a badge. He had like a, you know, those like badges that you put around your neck.
Like a lanyard.
It does show just a small logo of intricate, interconnected letters, L, T, and I.
Lumatech Innovations, maybe?
And you said this person looked like they were in their 30s, not their 40s.
No, 30s, like a very early 30s, probably late 20s,
Gotcha.
not exactly sure.
For my own knowledge of this skill, is this present or is this future?
This is present. This is
Oh.
2023. Oh, you mean
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Vision.
hard to say. All you saw was a face. This does not.
Okay.
This does not strike you as something that you have experienced so far.
Oh.
Some of your
Cool.
visions don't even come necessarily true, or maybe they haven't yet. But this is not somebody you have already encountered, at least.
Gotcha.
Is that something you would have told us that you have, or no? Would we know you do that?
If we worked together for enough years, probably.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
And very proudly and likely to lord it over everyone.
Mm.
Let's see, that was interesting. There is some mortal, possibly around 30 years old. Could be attractive if you could just clean up his face a little bit. Hard to see through all the blood, but he's not having the best time. Believe he's begging for his life. But he's got one of those badges, so he's definitely at Luminatech. Well, we may want to keep an eye out for that. Possibly it's happening right now, which pity. But would be something to keep an eye out for the future.
How far are we away from? That's in Beausoleil, the Luminatech.
Luminatech is in Beausoleil, which
Okay.
is from where you are. It's down. basically you're overlooking the whole area right now. You are in
Mhm.
S. A little bit downer is the Turbi. A little bit downer is Monaco, and just attached to it is Beausoleil. You can actually take a staircase going straight from Beausoleil to Monaco, and you are in. They
Okay.
are like conjoined.
So we should be able to get there fairly quick, like 20 minutes
Yeah, easy
from
peasy.
here to there. Okay.
Shouldn't take too long. I've played some clubs in Beausoleil. It's not too bad. They're quite cheap, don't pay too much, but keeps Abby happy that I'm not in the limelight.
Stella standing by. We can go right now.
Ooh,
Okay.
works for me. I suppose I could return that limousine to where it came from. Not hard to find a nice limousine these days.
It's
especially
a
when
little
built
bit flashy for what we want to do. Town cars are very discreet.
a nice understated town car. I do enjoy that.
All right.
There's times to be flashy, there's times to blend in.
Ooh, I suppose.
What? So barring Seamus having any other idea, I would say I would call Stella and have her come bring the car around and go down to.
Now, do you call her out by just shouting her name?
I have telephone, I'm not the animal.
Stella does pick
That
up.
joke was just for me. Fine.
She does pick up instantly. You know that whenever you call Stella, you never have to wait more than one ring. And
Yeah.
she comes in, bringing the car around. Seamus, they
Yes.
were discussing going down to Luminatech. Do you have any other idea, suggestion, or something you would like to do before you do so?
Well, I thought we could go to them. What premise are we going to see them on?
Well,
We're just gonna
Caesar
go
had
show
a
up.
vision, so somebody's in
I did share the vision, yeah.
trouble
Oh,
at the moment. So at least to go see if that is something that can glean us some information.
I mean, sure.
So I'm calling my driver. She's going to come pick us up and tell her.
As a note, no timeline has been given to you. That doesn't mean that you have to do it this very evening. You can take your time to do so as long as you do your job. As another note, it is currently midnight, which also means that if it is a regular company, there might not be somebody in it at the moment.
Right.
So, are we? Did your vision tell you where they were, Caesar?
It didn't necessarily say the place, but they did have a badge that's Luminatech, or it's the logo, I'm assuming, for Luminatech. It had that LTI interlocking thingy.
Right. So, what? Why do we think that they're torturing this person at Luminatech?
I can only see things, darling. They don't tell me what they mean. I just see them, and it's for my
He's
brilliant brain to deduce.
Probably not wearing badge at home or out to dinner. So I'm thinking
Well, that
Possibly.
depends entirely on where he was picked up. When I go
Yeah.
to business dinners, we have our badges. They make you
Right,
put a
but
sticky
we
name
have
on.
no other.
He was also wearing a suit, and a rather tragic tie. It was quite a mistake. He needs some lessons in fashion. Not
Other
necessarily a
folks-
reason to harm him.
If you have other idea where to go,
Well, I just want to make sure we don't just show up and, well, why are you here? Well, we saw someone getting beat up. You know,
Maybe he was in the neighborhood and thought, well, now's a good time as any to invest in light bulbs.
I mean, I had thought maybe we could hire them to come look at my building and give us a quote, and then we could have a reason to go and visit them and be like, oh, I'm not paying. I need to talk to someone higher. You know, I don't want to throw my weight around, but I am a rather big man in the business industry. And so I can use that to kind of get a little more... I'm not talking to you, peasant. I'm talking to you, peasant. You know,
It's true, the peasants do like the attention.
they really do. So that is my theory. And then also it is, if they are run primarily by mortals like my businesses, they're probably closed and there's probably no one there. So we could go in and investigate.
It's 20-minute drive. We can go check it out. If you can't see anything from outside, or then I think at some point we need to check out office of Hidden Box and see what he has.
Sure.
Very well.
Your driver's coming. I don't need to call mine, right? We're good.
Oh, by the way, all right, Rodrigo, thank you for the limousine. You're free to go. Thank you, darling.
You can see this very fancy man with the shirt a little bit unbuttoned too low. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. And he takes off.
I wonder who he actually works for. I don't know. I just take the limo when I need it.
Do you... I don't recognize that one. Is that a new one?
Yes.
It's always no one. What do you mean?
I try to... maybe one day he will sit down and fall in love. Maybe.
Haha.
Oh, look at you out here with the jokes. Oh, my
Yes,
goodness.
and maybe I will someday. Okay, so Black Town car comes up. Human in her 40s, nice looking, very organized, very take care of the business, opening the doors, getting everybody settled in, comfy in the back of the car. You all know Stella.
Yeah, you have been working with Sasha enough to know Stella by now. You know that she is human, reliable, discreet, and usually armed.
And
How long?
dedicated to Sasha.
How long have we been working together? Like, as a coterie?
As a coterie, Sasha was a bit of a late addition, but you and Caesar have been working together for the better part of 4 years now. Sasha arrived 3 years ago.
Gotcha.
Lovely.
Seamus will make himself good and comfortable in the back of the town car, but try not to, unlike everywhere else where he's out in public, he's not going to try and take up space. Right? So when he's out in public, when he exudes, it's not his town car, he's with friends, he's with, he's just going to kind of cuddle in and...
You're trying to get comfy, and thankfully Sasha's car is extremely comfortable. High-end, tinted windows, very comfortable.
I just love this image of the back seat. You've got this kingpin muscle person next to this toothpick of a man.
This
And
is
then Sasha's somewhere
exactly
in the
what's happening. All right, sir. Where to?
We're going to Lumina Tech Innovations down in Beausoleil.
Okay.
I'm
do
sure
you
she
have an
has
address?
navigation system.
Coming right up. You can see her getting her smartphone out, googling the address. Huh. I won't be able to park there. It's quite a busy street usually, and cops are usually having rounds to make sure that nobody's parking the way they should not be. But I can keep the car running and just do laps around the block. Okay. She starts to drive. You know this road by now. What they in the area called La Grande Corniche, the Great Ledge. This road is like on the flank of the hills. You can see down 100 meters, and you just drive, and you have numerous turns to try to go down that road. And it's somewhat soothing, especially with the very calm sea noises that are coming up from the Mediterranean. It's not as agitated as you would see in other countries with huge waves and stuff. It's more relaxing. And when you arrive in front of Luminatech, you are quite relaxed. I almost did not see the 20 minutes pass. We are there, sir.
Can we see anything from like any lights on or
Give
any
me.
obvious signs of life?
Could you roll me first roll of the day
First of all,
and intelligence plus awareness, please?
Awareness.
2 successes. All right. Not much to report. You can see that the streets are mainly empty. Just a few passerbys and tourists walking about. In the building itself, you can see hints of a flashlight inside.
Hmm.
The rest of the building is completely dark. You can see that the building itself does not have this big sign, as in the whole building does not belong to them. They just have one floor dedicated to Luminatech.
they opened the whole building. Oh,
I mean, flashlight could be security guard, you know, so I don't know.
Could I use? So is it pretty dark out at this point?
It is pretty dark at the moment, yeah. Although it is a city street, so you do have a lot of, lamp posts and stuff.
Okay.
But you can definitely find a dark alley just on the side of the building where it's very dark.
So, well, I'm just gonna. Are we going to get out and walk around, or are we just casing the building at this point?
Yeah, just wanted to see, how do your visions work? If you get closer, do you get more? Can you try to bring one?
fantastic question.
While he's finding that out, you said there's tourists. So this is not like in a business park. Is this like somewhere where there's other,
Yeah.
places that tourists would like to go?
There is no business area of town in this city. Actually, it's more of a habitat, like people living, and just few companies are there, just to be close to Monaco, but not exactly in Monaco because they would not be able to afford it. So the few companies that are there are not heavily implanted, if it makes sense. You have behind you City Hall, this beautiful old building that is very well kept, but the building itself is just a random building in the middle of, few grocery shops and clothes shops and shoe shops and stuff like that.
Okay, so tourists might be doing some just late night drunken shopping or something.
That doesn't seem
Alright.
odd to you, yeah.
Okay.
I can. It requires a browse, check, and
Yes.
rolling resolve and aspect.
Would you like to do so?
Sure, why not?
Let's start with the rouse check. It's a success. The beast inside is unhappy. It wants to be a little bit more present, but you keep it under control. Now roll me resolve and
Keep it in your pants,
aspects.
darling. Okay, where do I find that?
So resolve would be in your how do you call attributes, and aspects. You do not have it into your skills, so you could have a. Hold on, how much do you have in aspects? 2 dice. So you could roll, for example, like resolve and leadership, for instance, because you have 2 dice in this, and we'll figure it out for next session. Four
All
successes.
success with critical.
4 successes, nice. What are you trying to focus on? You usually have to focus your premonition on a subject, like either a person or a location, or like, what are you trying to gather?
So I've seen the man. I've got enough of him to figure it out. I'm trying to look in this vision, kind of past him and around him, to see like where he might be in this premonition.
Okay, so you're focusing on the guy that you saw in the first vision.
Mhm.
Okay. The image comes by, and it's like you focused a camera a little bit more. His face blurs a little bit, but you can see the background a little bit better. You can see a house. You can see a one-story house, a swimming pool on the side, lampposts. Only one in the middle of the whole street. It's like it's only illuminating the entry of this one specific bluish house. Apparently, he's currently in front of the main door. The door is open, you can see a little bit inside. You can see a couch, you can see 2 kids.
And that's where he's at right now.
This is where he is when you saw the vision.
Oh, good.
Eating for his life.
Good.
He had a house
So
with 2
good.
kids. Yeah.
With 4 successes,
Uh-huh.
you would remember one sound. A sort of deep horn.
Like a ship's horn or
Sure.
Could be.
Like a lighthouse or something.
Or a train.
Mhm.
He'll come back to Vision's like, ooh, all right. Bad news, good news. Bad news, we're not in the right place. He wasn't here. Worse news. Or no, let's call it good news. I do
Hey,
know
hang on,
where
didn't
he-
you say bad news, good news? You can't say bad
We're gonna
news.
call the
worse
worst news good news. The good news is I know where he is. Well, not exactly, but an idea. I believe he's at home with his family, including 2 children, which is not great.
Mm.
But you know what? It's a step up from where we are. It's an improvement. So that's the good news, right? Let's go. So there was this deep horn sound that I was hearing. And it's appeared there was only one street lamp in the entire area lighting up the entrance to the location of a small bluish house. 1 story, peasantry really, but that's beside the point. All in the back. So we can find that house. We might be able to,
Does
No,
that
no,
description narrow down a neighborhood for us at all?
Give me a intelligence and streetwise, please.
Ooh. Okay.
3 successes. Okay. You do. The horn itself is what strikes you the most. Like thinking of a residential area that is close enough to either the harbor or the train, you get the feeling that it's probably near the harbor, but not in Monaco. Probably closer to Nice.
Mm. And that's how far away?
That's only like a 30-minute drive. Is let's say
Okay.
25 if there's not too much traffic.
Okay. But we don't have an address.
No, but I'm quite certain I'd know it if I saw it.
So
Would Stella have any more insight being a driver or no?
I'm not exactly familiar with this place, but I can drive about and see if we can spot a blue house, I guess. I mean, it seemed pretty isolated from what you described, so
Yes, it was quite.
we can start
isolated.
with the like posh area where a lot of people are trying to have privacy. They usually have a lot of.
Oh, did not sound posh. 1 story, 1 street light.
He did have a swimming pool though. They're
Is
not
this-
completely peasantry.
Is this where we want to put our time and effort right now? I don't want to go on wild goose chase.
I really
Well,
think
I
we
mean-
should.
If we find the man that's being beaten up with the LTI, that could be another foot in the door.
I feel like Caesar got vision for a reason. So
He always does.
if you want to go to Nice, we can go.
Let's go.
Okay. You start driving along the shore. It's pretty. You have the sea on one side, the hills on the other. It's a very nice kind of neighborhood. You go through numerous small tunnels going literally through the mountains and go through many expensive cities. Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat with all those magnificent villas and rich areas. Then you continue and you go to Beaulieu, you drive next to the casino and you continue until you reach Nice. And on the on your left you can see the harbor part of it with tons of boats ranging from very small to actual yachts. You can see the sort of deck or dock where the ferry that takes you to Corsica usually stops. The ferry is currently in the dock.
I roll my window down, keeping an ear peeled for that horn.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be one at the moment,
Right.
but the neighborhood feels somewhat familiar to you now.
We're getting close. We're getting close. I'm looking at streetlights, right? Let's pay attention to streetlights. We're looking for only one in the area. It's fairly dark otherwise.
All right. Wits and awareness, please.
Okay.
Am I able to help with that?
Awareness.
Yes, indeed. You
Like,
can also
he look-
roll on your side or add one dice for him.
Nice. It's 3
Success.
successes. I'm sorry, 2 successes.
2
I
successes.
can't read.
All right. How about you, Shamus?
Then-
You can roll as well.
Working on it. Wits and awareness, you said?
Wits and awareness, please. Yes.
Oh,
1 success.
the one on the hunger die. What does that mean?
That means that if you do not succeed on the test, meaning you don't have enough successes to meet the DC, this is a bestial failure.
Ah, goody. Well, I got 1 success.
Interesting. Sasha, do you also want to roll, or do you just leave it to your passengers?
Oh, wits awareness.
Yes.
Wits awareness. Yeah.
Yes.
I said it, and then I was like, "Is that what I'm doing?"
Very
2
nice.
successes. Okay. Seamus, you are trying to keep a good look. You're trying to find that one neighborhood, and the more you look, the less you find, the more it frustrates you. You feel annoyed. You feel pissed. You feel angry, and your instinct is to just fuck it, I'm done with that shit. But you don't. You have a mission to carry out. But you're not exactly happy. You're not happy at all. And the animal within you stirs and wants out. For the next scene, you're going to be very monosyllabic in the way you're going to talk, because you are this angry,
I'm done with this
pissed,
shit.
feral person.
I could be at home drinking and said I'm searching.
Which also means that you will probably have a penalty when it comes to social roles. At least persuasive ones. Intimidation-wise, that could be in your favor. Nevertheless, Sasha and Caesar, as you're walking about, trying to go through all those small streets, you don't notice much until you see this one street that seems extremely dark. Getting a little bit closer, you can see that there has been an accident in the last few weeks or something, and they're trying to do some road work. Most of the lamps in that street are off, except for one.
Stella, that's where we need to go, right there. Just got a feeling.
Seamus has just gone quiet. Just
Yeah. We probably recognize this mood for him.
Mm-hmm. You have seen that happening.
So we're not going to park right in front of the street light. We're going to, I'm going to have Stella park somewhere still in the shadows. And do we see the blue house?
You do.
And do we see the person outside?
At the moment, no. You can just see a house.
Okay. Lights on?
The lights are currently on the sort of yard that is in front of it. The lights are on, yes.
Okay.
well,
But not inside.
Inside, you
James
can
is
see
just gonna-
one single window that is on.
Okay.
That the house? That the one? Cool. Seamus just opens the door, stands up. He immediately swells back to his.
Take up space.
Walks up to the door, and he'll stop at the door and listen. Is there any sound coming from
Is
inside?
the door open?
The door is the main gate. It's this small, how do you say? Just a small door to get you inside the property, but the main door to the house is currently closed.
Okay, yeah, he's just gonna swing the gate open. He's gonna go right up to the door. Is there any sound inside? And as
There
he's
is.
going, he's unbuttoning his cufflinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is sound. There is the sound of TV.
Point of order. Premonition for that front door was open, correct?
Yes.
Am I remembering? Okay. Seamus, one moment, darling. Before we do that,
He's gonna stop mid-button.
so it appears this one may possibly be a little more in the future than the here and now. In my vision, this door was opened all the way, lights were off, there was not television playing.
He's gonna slowly rebutton his.
Mm-hmm.
Still standing outside the door.
Could it have
Mhm.
been present when you saw it, and now we're 20, 30 minutes later, and door is closed, now TV is on after?
Up to you.
Possible.
It's not science, it's art. How you do your vision. I know they're beautiful, but we don't know exactly.
He's gonna start
When?
unbuttoning cufflink again.
All right,
Mhm.
One
let's
of you want to look
Seamus is
inside?
on and off with the
No.
button.
Steve is going to do little trips up, take a little peek in a window.
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky at all?
Yes, I am.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna need dexterity plus stealth, please. 2 success.
2 success, 1's a 10.
Okay, sounds good. You are careful. Thankfully, next to you is mostly grass, so it's kind of easier on you. Most of the windows have been closed. The blinds have been closed. You can see just through the slits the sad image of the guy in your vision, currently sitting on the couch, a beer in his hand, watching TV. He's looking at a random action flick that is broadcast at this late hour. He seems pissed. He also seems intact.
Mm.
All right.
Mhm.
Welcome back to the group. But we've got more good news. He's doing great.
Cufflink back button. Cufflink back button.
Well, perhaps. Ooh. I'm able to work with this. But he's okay. I know it's going to happen to him. He's got children he wants to keep safe and happy. Let's exploit him.
You want to talk
No,
to him more?
Basically,
We have to talk to him before whoever else is going to come. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will walk up to the door.
Mm-hmm.
James is gonna make space. And he'll back up a little bit. And
Mm-hmm.
Knock, knock, knock.
he'll button his jacket back up.
All right. Do you knock or do you use the ring bell? The doorbell. I see this like mental conflict between what Kyle would do, what Caesar would do.
What Chaos Monkey would do?
We're just going to knock.
Just going to knock. Okay. It takes a little bit of time. The better part of like a whole 20 seconds before the door actually opens and you see that guy. His tie is a little bit undone, but still there. His beer still in his hand, halfway drunk. Who the fuck are you? What? Do you know what hour it is?
I'm Jude, so I'm looking for your help. Tragically, in this neighborhood, it's so dark that we just got lost. We have a wonderful driver, but tragically, she doesn't know the area too well. So I'm wondering if you could give us directions. We're trying to find the main road down to the harbor, but it seems every which way we turn, we end up back on this very dark road.
It's very easy. And he just points at the road. He says, you go that way, and as long as you can still see my house, you continue driving, and from there, it's the second left on the fuck off.
Well, aren't you charming? What's your name, darling?
This is my house. You come here in the middle of the fucking night. He just like throws the beer on the side. You come here in the middle of the night, knocking on my fucking door, asking me for directions to get out of the one-way street in a fucking one-way neighborhood. And you ask me who the fuck I am? Who the fuck do you think you are?
Someone who's trying to save your stupid little life.
Get lost, get fucked.
Unless you want your children to watch Daddy get beaten to a crisp.
What did you just say?
I thought that might
This is going great.
Now, listen, darling,
We're the ones. We're the baddies.
trying to be polite about this, but rumor has it there may be some big, strong men coming to beat the ever-living life out of you. So, perhaps you may want to talk to me.
You don't want to do that. Trust me on that. Now get lost.
I don't want to save your life. Is that what you're telling me?
You don't want
you
to threaten me. That's what
Darling,
you're
I'm not the one threatening you. I'm trying to help you.
He looks confused, to say the least.
Good.
Could I get a manipulation? And I'm gonna say, hesitating on this one. Intimidation seems right. Or persuasion, up to you.
We're gonna go intimidation. Two successes.
But one on the hunger die.
Nope, I got a 5 on the hunger die. According to my roll.
My bad. Okay. So, he's looking a bit like frightened right now. He's like, listen, I don't want any trouble. Okay, I may have been a little bit rash. Now, all seriousness, the way out is just that street, first on the left, and you are back on the main road. Easy as that.
It is.
No harm, no foul.
Let's get to the point where I'm trying to help you. Who did you piss off at the Lumen attack?
How do you not work there? What the?
Darling, I've told you I'm here to help you.
Is he still wearing his badge?
Yeah. I did not piss off anyone. I do my work. Like, what the fuck? I get along with everybody. What do you mean? Did somebody from Luminatech came to you?
There is a rumor in the air that someone is on their way to maybe remove certain limbs, possibly your head.
What the? Why?
That's what I'm trying to figure out and help you. So help me help you to help me to help you.
I don't fucking know. I work in IT. I don't do anything. I'm just like, what? I haven't done anything. I get along with all my colleagues. I have no problem with them whatsoever. I get invited to their fucking birthday parties. No.
All right, what's your name, darling? Let's start there, actually. It's going to be helpful to you.
What was that?
Your name, please.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm Michelle.
So at this, Seamus is going to kind of step up, and he's still exuding. You're going to invite us in, right? It's better to talk inside than on the doorstep. It's incredibly rude.
Give me a manipulation plus intimidation, please.
Any chance I could throw in veiled threat with that?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Oh, so many
Jesus days. That's so many days. That's so many days.
7 success, 10 on the hunger die.
Caesar's intimidated.
Okay, so there's only 1 10, so that's not a critical. But there's still 7 successes. That
Damn,
man shrank at least like 2 inches in that sentence. Yeah, I guess we can talk inside, but like
we will
just
stay quiet for the children.
please, yeah, if you don't mind, thank you so much. Oh yeah, sure, come in. And he just like, guys, serve you anything? Like, I got beer.
We're fine. And
Okay.
he will wait until everyone else goes in, and he'll be the last one to come in. He'll shut the door, and just he'll just hear the of the deadbolt.
Okay, he is.
Caesar was going to do the same thing, so good.
Stella, keep your eyes peeled. We're going in, and let me know if anybody comes down the street.
Yes, sir. No problem. He
The
is.
door to the pool. Is your pool locked as well?
It's an outside pool. It doesn't really lock. And
Do you have an outside door to it?
oh yes. Sorry. No, we usually take like either the main door or the garage. So I guess. Why are you locking Why are we locking ourselves in?
We're not locking ourselves in. We're locking the door to prevent anyone coming in. That way, they have to make a noise to get in. If
Why would
they're
they-
coming now.
What? He's very worried and trembling right now. Like, why would anyone want to do anything?
I
to
get
me?
him
What the
another
hell?
beer.
Seamus is going to step back again. He's going to let Caesar. Seamus knows he's not in the point to talk, and Caesar's really good at it.
For now.
Oh, okay.
I get him another beer.
Thank you.
All right.
And the sight of somebody else going to his fridge to get him a beer for him is
He,
both interesting and terrifying.
look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. He is sitting on a chair right now, leaving the couch to you. Okay, so I'm sorry, I really don't understand what's going on right now.
I'm sure there's a lot. How can I put this delicately? Well, if you must know, I am a psychic. I know, we're all the rage in Monte Carlo. But
Right.
the vision I have involves you in this tie, in this suit, with that badge, right about there, and I point to the spot in his room, pleading for your life while your children watch. I'm trying to prevent that, and in order to do that, I need the information to protect you. So at this IT job, what is it that you do?
IT, I take care of just the computers for the whole company. That's pretty much it. It's super boring. Yes, Sasha?
Sasha's gonna put his finger up. Is there a neighbor or somebody we can send children to so they are
Ooh.
not here for whatever may possibly happen?
Well, the mom is living a few blocks away. I can call her.
I can have my driver take them to her.
Um. No disrespect.
Or
I
she
don't
can
want
come. She can come get them. I don't want you not to feel safe. I want children out of way for what we have to do to protect you.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. He takes his phone out and starts to dial. Honey. Yeah. No. Yeah. I know. I shouldn't. Yeah.
Honey.
Would you have a way to like pick up the kids right now? I can't really explain, but it's kind of urgent. Yeah. No. Apparently, I need. Yeah. Emergency at work. I need to go now. I know it sucks. It's supposed to be my turn, but please can you come? Like, now, if you don't mind. I don't want to leave them. Yes, sure. Okay, yeah, sure. And he hangs up. She should be there in just a few minutes.
You should wake them, get them ready to go.
Okay. He makes his way towards the nearby corridor, gets into a room. You can hear his voice say, "Hey, so I'm sorry to wake you up, but we're gonna have to go to a little trip. It's not gonna be long. I just need to deal with some stuff for work. I'm very sorry to wake you up, but tomorrow we can get ice cream and everything will be all fine. Okay?" The kids are just like confused and just like barely woken up. Like Kyle an hour ago, basically.
Accurate.
Accurate. But they are slowly getting dressed and getting prepared. They like prepare a little backpack with just some clothes.
While he's doing that, can I take a little peeky peek at the surroundings without being like too intrusive? Seeing if there's like anything jumping out at me that's like open on a desk or something.
Okay. Do you want to look for documents or what are you looking for?
Documents, anything that's got the Lumina tech on there.
Okay. So wits and investigation, please.
Investigation.
All right, 2
2
successes.
success. Ooh, but a 1 on the hunger die.
All is good so far. All is good. What you can see.
Thank you for my 2 successes.
Yep. Most of the papers are random bills and invoices. You can see one letter that is dated 2 weeks ago that comes from a lawyer. The envelope is still closed. You can see random flyers, a pizza place flyer mostly. No real work document that you can see here within his apartment.
The
only
lawyer
thing
wouldn't
that
have to
seems-
be our friend, the lawyer, would it?
Yeah.
Looking
Pen in a
at
box
it,
lawyer?
I'm gonna say, could you give me a intelligence streetwise, please?
Is that everybody?
Whoever wants to ask themselves that question. Okay.
Seamus is gonna go he's gonna find the kitchen, open the fridge, and find something if there's anything in there to eat. Because now he's trying to come down, and he knows food kind of helps him with that, but he can't eat what he actually needs to eat. So he's gonna, because he has mythic, he can eat regular food.
You can.
Ah.
You can.
So he's just gonna take something from his fridge, preferably something of the protein variety.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Caesar and Sasha.
Oh, I also have mythic.
You just have a quick Google session on your smartphone to look at that lawyer's This is not a company lawyer. This is a divorce lawyer.
Ooh,
Oh. Okay.
cross that off my notes.
Yep. And he hasn't opened it. The
No.
mom's,
Clearly.
not living there. Yep. All tracks.
He sees Seamus trying to dig deeper into that fridge. He's getting more and more worried by the minute. So until they like she can arrive, like I don't know what I can tell you. Like I just deal with the computers, make sure that they fix their printers when it's not working, and that's pretty much it.
Have you seen anything recently on printers or the computers having to do with a recently dispatched lawyer?
Mm, no, most of the things I see are like invoices for the nearby airport or order confirmations and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. It's a boring job, you guys.
Has there been big payouts to specific company or individual?
I mean, I don't look at the finances that much. I don't understand that shit. I mean, I have access to the server and stuff, but I don't really look at it.
Do you have access from here, or you need to go into office?
I can access from. No, here, no. I like from here would be too problematic here. I have access from work, yeah.
Okay.
But at this time, I'm gonna have to justify why I would come to the office. So it's.
No, I understand it. It's maybe for future.
Yeah, that's no. I haven't seen anything weird, but honestly, it is a boring company, you guys. I don't understand why there would be threats on my life from there. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Boring companies are a good cover for exciting companies.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. That seems too accurate to my taste. But and he just gives this quick glance at the TV, and the action flick is still on, and he's like connecting two and two together. He's not having a good night.
No.
You hear a
He's
knock.
now in his action film.
You hear a knock at the door. Oh, I should get there. It's probably my wife.
The,
Old.
Stella would have told me somebody.
all three of us are like,
Right?
Oh yeah.
First off, did Seamus find any like protein?
He did. Like mostly in the
Eating a
form
raw
of
steak.
charcuterie.
Cool. He's got a salami there. With salami in hand, he'll go and look. Is there people on the door?
First
Did
of
he
all,
find cheese?
I never related to Seamus as much as I did just now. But no cheese in the fridge, unfortunately.
I unsubscribe.
Sasha,
Cousin.
you do realize that you did get indeed a text from Stella. Apparently, a car just stopped in front of the house. Three men just got out of it.
Okay.
Suits.
Tell your wife not to come right now. There's bad news on the doorstep.
No, but that must be her. So like
No, there's three big dudes. Unless that is kind of mirrored you have. I don't judge, but I don't think that's.
no, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna tell her. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. He's like.
I give Seamus a look. Grab the gems.
He's got the salami.
Yeah.
Salami switch his hand. Cufflink.
Lock the
unbutton
kids in their room. Just sorry, change of plan. Mom will get you soon. Stay here. Hide
Who
under
are-
bed.
Who are you, sir? You speak funny.
We're trying to protect your father. So
Okay.
just
Seamus, you can see that the father is walking towards the door, terrified of you right now.
You stop right now. You're going back that way. I'm going to answer the door. And he's going to be talking in a stage whisper.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want any kind of sound getting through the door. If anything, he wants to make it sound like someone's walking up to the door.
He leaps towards the door, opens it in a very fast motion, and yells, "They are here! They are in the living room."
Deadbolt and everything. He like leaps forward and does the deadbolt and yanks it open.
No, he tries to get it open,
Okay.
and just manages to unlock the deadbolt, but not open fully the door. But he's still yelling, "They're here! They're in the living room!"
Yeah, I had a feeling he didn't call his wife.
What do you do?
Well, I mean, I'll grab him. Mine now.
How am I wanting this? Is the room lit by like a floor lamp or a table lamp?
Mostly a table lamp.
I break it.
Okay.
I want to plunge us into darkness a little bit.
Okay. The room becomes dark, which is dark for all of you. You can hear the whimpers of that guy in like Seamus's arm right now. He's trembling, he's sobbing, and he's terrified. They're here, please hurry.
When it goes dark, am I able to, because it doesn't need a roll or anything, just in it, do my eyes of night or whatever? Boom, eyes glowing red.
You can. Your eyes starts to have this reddish kind of glow. You see perfectly right now. The shadows are not a problem for you. However, he sees this sort of glimpse of red in your eyes, kind of like those cats who you took a picture on from the side, but red and terrifying. He is currently actively sobbing.
So Seamus is gonna hold him tight and just down in his ears. You were given a choice, and you made a.
Sorry, you
He's
cut
just
off for
gonna
just a
hold on.
second.
You were given a choice, and you made a poor.
Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, don't hurt me. I'm just trying to protect my children.
Who did you call?
Just the office security. You can hear like banging at the door right now. Open
What?
up.
Who did he say?
The office
Called
security.
Oh, security.
Please, I'm sorry. I didn't want to get you in any trouble, but I just needed to protect my kids. I'm so sorry.
We were trying to protect your children. You chose poorly.
Please don't hurt me. I'm so sorry.
Seamus, Will, you have another choice to make now. He's gonna unlock the door.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look at the other two, and he's gonna open it, and his eyes of night are gonna go away. He's gonna drop it back down so as to not scare the security guard, and he's gonna hold on to his new buddy. He's got the salami in his hand, Oh,
Just two guys with a salami, nothing to see here.
I'm sorry. Are we being too rambunctious? I know my friend.
Title of the episode: Two Guys and a Salami.
He called. I surprised him. We are old friends from a long time ago, and he wasn't expecting me to drop in, and he got scared. Understandably, I'm a big man. And you didn't mean to call them, did you?
Okay. Give me a manipulation plus intimidation with your veiled threat definitely on.
I have a Hail Mary.
So many dice.
Ooh, one on the hunger die, but 5 successes.
5 successes is plenty enough to terrify that poor guy to death. I did not mean to call them. Honestly, I've been drinking a little bit too much. I'm so sorry. And he just glances at the empty beer bottle that he threw on the side earlier. He says, we were having a bit of a night, and you know how it's going right now at home, and I've been a bit erratic. I'm very sorry. Please, you mind not reporting that to HR? It's been a night. I'm so sorry.
The security, they're human?
They're human, yeah. They seem to be at
Okay.
least. They start to look at each other, and 2 of the 3 go back to the car. The third one is like, dude, get your shit in order. You're not doing well. Seek some help. I don't know, but you can't use company resources like that, okay? I'm very, 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 very sorry. I deeply apologize. Okay, well. He turns to you, Seamus. Try to take care of the guy. He's a mess.
Well, I'll get him sobered up.
Also,
me.
food is not the answer, man. Alcohol is not either. And he just turns around and goes back to the car. Within a few seconds, the car turns away, goes away, and you just hear in the background a deep horn.
I perk up.
Amos will
I'm
shut the
looking
door.
everywhere.
I'm so sorry. Whatever you need.
Lock the door.
Okay, just don't hurt me, don't hurt my children. That's all I'm asking.
We're out of time.
James is just gonna basically just carry him like a puppy.
We were trying to protect your children. Now it's not safe for them to go. I don't trust you. So they will just be in their room, and I hope they don't see something that scars them for life.
I will completely cooperate. I'm sorry, I got spooked because 3 random strangers starting to give me threats and come into my house in the middle of the night and started eating my salami. I just got scared, okay? It's a terrifying situation.
Some find that a boon. I don't know. It's up to you.
That was the horn. That was the horn. Caesar is doing a quick sweep of the house, seeing if there's any weak points where folks are breaking in at this moment.
There are ways.
Eyes are red again.
The windows are not necessarily sturdy. They're like thick, you know. The house is pretty well isolated, but except from that, there's no actual weak entry spot. You can see maybe a doggy door in the kitchen, but that's pretty much it.
And no one is actively breaking in right this moment.
Nope. And Stella is actually keeping a very keen eye on whoever's coming in. At the moment, everything is empty.
Okay.
What do you need from me?
We need to know what you know. Somebody's coming to try to find out something from you. They're going to hurt you.
You
know something? No, I have not hurt you.
Yeah. So is this like about like the company's account or something? This like.
I think it's about the company. Yes.
I believe you've seen something you're not supposed to see, and they think you may have deduced more than you actually have.
I really, really didn't. I'm way dumber than you take me for.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm quite sure I got that part.
That was good. Well,
I need a wisdom saving throw for vicious mockery.
yeah, pretty much. Okay. Here's what I can do. You think it's like related to like the accounts or like the clients or like
the money. Where's the money going?
Give me a sec. He just comes and pulls a laptop. Starts to connect a VPN. I'm gonna get in trouble for this, so it better be worth it.
Oh, my camera's being weird.
It
Don't
will be
worry.
your life that is safe.
Oh,
And
hopefully.
um,
Is-
while he's doing that with these two, I'm going to go gather the children and get them into his car in the garage, which sounds like it's connected in.
It is, yes. They
I hate that.
they follow you way too easily, but they are also extremely tired, and you have this sort of like presence about you that seems to be calling to them. You lead them into the garage while he's connecting to the company servers.
All right, we're just gonna
Okay,
play a game.
well, here's what I have, and he's turning the laptop to you, and you can see a very common accounting software.
Mm. I'm just gonna look and see where, where's the money, where's the outgoing money.
With my
Why I'm not focusing? That's bugging me.
Whoever is going to do that, could you give me wits and technology, please?
oh,
Let's see. I got 3 in that. Anybody
would
else
say-
better?
I would
That's
say
better.
that would Seamus do it, you would get an extra die because, CEO and all that shit. You
Yeah,
would be a little bit.
Because
good.
business.
Yeah. Could we maybe do wits and finance?
Wits and
Mm,
finance would
accounting
definitely
software?
work. Absolutely.
I could do wits and finance.
I'm good with that.
Nice.
4 successes.
Nice.
4 successes. Damn. You can see a lot of transactions to various airports in the area, spanning from Cannes all the way to Italy somewhere. The sums of money are quite extensive. They are like large amounts compared to the size of company, I mean. The main expenses are, manufacturing the lights, shipping the lights. So all those you just automatically filter out. It's easy for you. You also filter out the, usual office expenses as like paper, toner, this kind of shit goes to the side, which leaves you to just a few random transactions. They seem random at first because one of them is like, infrastructure repairs. Another one is just some maintenance and stuff like that. They all seem kind of unrelated, but the amount is roughly the same. It spans from 4,000 to 5,000 euros. It is done every week, and it is always a withdrawal. And it has been going on for at least the past 5 weeks.
You have a thumb drive, USB stick, anything.
Yeah, I have that, and he hands you a flash drive that kind of looks like a teddy bear.
James is going to take it and plug it in and export the data onto the thumb drive. That way they can have it. And...
Okay. Did you find what you were looking for? Or...
Found what I was looking for. Now, you have a choice.
Uh-huh.
You know that you and your family are now in trouble, either from the company finding out what you've just given us, or whatever it is we saw.
Yes.
I'm going to give you one more opportunity to make a good choice.
Okay.
You can either stay here, because we aren't going to stay here and protect you. I'm not going to pay for that. We came to prevent anything happening tonight. So you can stay here, or you and your children can come with us. I have a place to put you up. You can stay there and take a sabbatical from work. Maybe you do some remote work for a little while.
I mean, I can call in
Choice is
sick,
yours.
and remote work has been like like booming since the COVID and shit, so I can try. Yeah. I mean, no disrespect in what I'm going to say, sir. I just want to make sure that you're not gonna hurt my children. Okay?
No.
Just like
If anything, I am still here because of your children.
Well, I mean, it's not really a choice, is it?
I mean,
Yeah.
it is absolutely a choice. I am not forcing you.
Yeah, I know. It's just that, like, you know.
You can make a good
yeah.
choice or you can make a bad choice.
I guess I'm gonna go with the good choice.
While all this was happening, Caesar has been putting together a bag of clothing for him. So as they say that, wonderful. Here's your bag. I've put in it all the clothing you might need for a good long week. I've also given you some tips on how you can dress better and not like a plebeian.
Style tips.
Just because your life sucks doesn't mean your fashion has to.
Oh.
He just smiles and nods. Just like this point, smile and nod.
And he will have him, whether we have Sasha do it or if Seamus has someone that he can call, he'll have them taken to his haven.
Okay. So, do you leave the house? What
You
mode
should-
of transportation would
should
you
take
use?
his car. Children are already in car, yes, Cesar.
Yes. They were
So
playing such a
you-
delightful little game of
give
let's
him
be
the
those
address
balls.
to go to. Do we need to escort or just send him on his way?
How about I ride with him and you two follow with Sasha?
Perfect.
Okay. He gets in the car, make sure that the kids are nice and tight. Seamus, I would assume you take the passenger side.
Oh, yeah.
And
Seamus drives.
Oh,
Mhm.
He's gonna drive. Seamus doesn't drive very often. He's gonna drive.
He's
No,
gonna.
that makes sense, Dear Haven.
Okay. In that case,
He's just gonna like go to the driver's side and
yes, sir.
I'm not gonna say this.
He just looks to the ground and like,
Takes keys, opens it up. The seat just goes all the way back.
the kid in the back. He's just like his knees are near his ears right now.
As soon as he sees that, he's gonna bring the seat a little forward.
just a little bit.
Thank you, sir.
And he'll sit down and
You guys start to drive towards Seamus's haven. You know that place. You've been there. Yes, Caesar.
So I'm gonna let that car go. Before we leave,
Mhm.
I'm gonna toss the place.
Okay,
oh, good idea.
sounds good. You know what? Could you
He should
give
take
me
his laptop.
a strength and larceny?
I'm good at larceny. One
That's
success.
it.
I'm
That's all.
hungry.
That's all you needed, thankfully. But yeah, the place is trashed. It's not necessarily like house is burning kind of trash, but it's getting there. Nevertheless, you make a pretty good scene. You're happy with that. Seamus, could you describe your haven? Where do you lead them?
So, it's like an hour drive. We are out of the city. We are now in the countryside. On the outside, it looks like just a plain Jane 2-story farm style house. To get up to it, though, you have to drive up almost a half-mile driveway that has gated. It's like we pull up, Seamus reaches in. The gate opens up. Drive through it. As soon as Sasha's car comes down, it closes again. Drive up this gravel driveway up to a farmhouse. Again, really unimposing. Seamus pulls up, parks into the garage. Again, clicks the button, garage opens. Inside the garage is a 3-stall bay, so there can be 3 cars parked in there. As soon as the garage door opens, the Haven itself is like the epitome of class and money. Whether Seamus skimmed some off the top from his company to build this, he refuses to ever actually answer. But it is the epitome of class. It is sleek. It's modern. As soon as the cars are in, garage door closes, and it's all attached to the house. You get inside the house, again, sleek, modern, open floor plan, every amenity. Like there's a $400 touchscreen toaster. Like every amenity, it's there.
All right.
Touchscreen toaster.
Oh yeah, touchscreen toaster.
Rich people.
He's got the fridge that it's got the fridge that'll order the groceries for you. You know, you can tap it and it shows you everything that's inside. Oh yeah. No,
Okay, I want the toaster now.
I'll send you a link. It actually exists.
Uh-oh.
We lost
does.
Kit.
We lost Mikey.
Oh,
There's Kit.
There he is.
all right. As you get out of the car and get everybody out, one of the 2 kids is like, "You forgot to use the blinker." My dad says that if you don't use the blinker, people can run into us. Shh,
This
shh,
is
don't-
true?
I'm sorry. She's tired. He's tired. He's just
She's
don't
gonna-
worry about it. Sorry.
This is very true, and I appreciate you taking the time to say something. It's good
Okay.
that you are not afraid to. He's going to turn to the child. It's good that you're not afraid to address those and tell them where they're wrong, but make sure you're tactful about it. You will go far.
I don't know what tactful is, but I will make my best, sir.
Love them.
Father will teach you in time. Now, have your picks of the room. If the door is locked, do not go in that room.
I mean,
There
if the doors
is-
are locked, I cannot go inside anyway.
Don't try to force it. I don't know what
I would
children-
not. He
It's
takes
Uh-huh.
his,
clear that
Kids
Seamus
like that.
doesn't engage with children very much.
he takes his sister by the hand. He says, "Come, let's find a room," and they go inside.
It's a second story, 5-bedroom. There's the master bedroom with attached ensuite. Then there's 4 other rooms. 2 of them have always been set aside for Sasha and Caesar. Both Sasha, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Sasha.
Sasha,
Okay,
yeah.
yep, I was right. I was
Whatever.
both of them know they can decorate the rooms however they want. The room is theirs. It is their safe space. It's their private place. The other 2 rooms are barren. Like there's a bed, there's blankets, there's a trunk, and there's a closet. That's Seamus put no time into those rooms.
Okay. The other 2. As you get out of your car, Sasha, Stella is like, "So, what's the plan here? Do I come pick you up tomorrow? What's the idea?"
Oh, I don't think we're planning on staying here. Let me check with Seamus.
Okay.
Seamus, are we just leaving them here, or are we staying?
I mean, we are outside of town at this point. We might as well stay sun should be
close
coming
to
up
dawn-
soon.
Yeah, how close to dawn are we? Because we started at midnight. We done a lot.
Very true.
You're getting close to dawn. You guesstimate that it should arrive in an hour and a half, perhaps.
Okay, so we should probably stay.
Although that would beg the question, what do you do with the humans while you guys are sleeping?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I've given them free reign of the house. Seamus is convinced there's nothing they can break. The children will prove him wrong.
As they are wont to do.
Let me make a
Seamus,
note.
Seamus
The
has
rooms-
never interacted with children in a
Hmm.
point of like actually understand. Like he sees them as little people, like little
Mhm.
humans. He doesn't see
Oh.
them as they're little mortals. They have the same capacity of thought as
Exactly the
big
same.
mortals,
Mhm.
and so that's how he treats them.
Makes all the sense until
So
you make
are the
some.
rooms secure? You would feel like the humans couldn't get in
Oh yeah.
if we stay there. Should I send Stella away or have
I
her
mean,
sleep somewhere? I don't know. What
Stella
is
is
our
welcome
plan?
Stella is welcome to stay here. The bedrooms are all taken up at this point, unless the man we just brought here and his children sleep in the same room, which they could. By the way, all of the rooms have at least a queen bed, nothing smaller.
Mhm.
Nothing smaller than a queen bed.
The talls in the chat are like, yes, correct.
And how far away is this from Sasha's villa?
From Sasha's villa, you would be at least 40 minutes away.
Okay.
You're also
So
a little
it's
bit
not-
outside of the city, within like the gorges and all the places like that, but it would be at least 40 minutes away.
So it wouldn't be too bad to have her just go home and come back at nightfall.
It's definitely possible.
Okay. All right. You go. I think we'll be fine here.
All
And
right.
we'll tell you plan when we come back at nightfall. We'll figure out what next step is.
You know where to find me, sir.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Thank you
A good day.
for your.
I'm never gonna get used to that.
I blow her a kiss. Going, thank you so much, Stella. You're such good help. We really appreciate you.
You ever want a regular daytime job, you have my card.
I am more than happy to work for Mr. Sasha. But thank you for the offer. And she turns to Caesar, and for the compliments, I guess.
I guess.
She leaves.
Sasha just gives her a little kiss on the cheek. I'll see you tomorrow night, darling.
She just nods and just acknowledges it. And the car is on her way. You now have a little bit more than an hour, before sunrise to deal with your dealings. What would you like to do?
Seamus is gonna go get out of his suit. He's been in his suit for far too long. It now needs to go to dry cleaners. He's not as, thanks to being around Caesar for as long as he is, he's become style conscious, and he knows, oh, this is now disgusting, and so he goes and takes it off, and
It smells like salami.
He goes and gets changed into just
The title
like,
of this episode is the salami incident.
The salami connection.
Yes.
So gets changed. He comes back down into the living space area, which again, peak of modernity. Everything. It's a full-on smart home. That whole idea.
Okay.
And he's.
How do you call your Alexa? It would be customized for your needs.
It would be. I don't. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Give me 3 minutes. Come back to someone. Go to someone else.
No problem.
Should we take time and investigate these cash withdrawals? Is there any way we can get more information to have lead to follow tomorrow?
I mean, you can examine.
Seamus as our finance guy.
You can examine the
Yeah.
list and try to find a pattern or something if you need to.
Mm-hmm. So it was like for maintenance or infrastructure. Is the payout to any specific companies
all-
or individuals?
All of it is cash withdrawal and has been justified as maintenance or just some random,
And is there a person who's designated as making the withdrawals?
No, it just says withdrawal, that day, that time, and that bank, actually. It does specify where the withdrawal happened. You do
Is
notice
it
that it
the
happened.
same time of day?
It is. Not only the same time of day, but roughly the same time of week as well. And the
Okay.
same bank.
Okay, so what day of the week and time is it?
If it is cyclical and would happen again, this would be tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Okay.
in the HSBC Bank in Center Monaco.
Okay. 9 p.m. Okay. I
By
think
the
we
way,
have
he
a
would
lead.
call it. He would
Mhm.
call it Corinnook.
Corinnock. Okay,
Corinnook.
Corinnock.
Snug corner.
Okay, I like it. So yeah, you would notice that like those withdrawals are always happening, on Fridays at the end of the week, 9 p.m. around the same bank. Which
At
does
which
not
branch?
strike you. Sorry?
Is it like in town with the branch that it's taking from?
It's not in the. It's directly in the center of Monaco, which for
Oh,
you,
boy.
Seamus, does not feel surprising. Considering the amount of the withdrawal, he would definitely need to have some sort of another understanding with the bank to allow such huge amounts to be, withdrawn without, having to go through all the paperwork all the time. So that would explain why he always goes to the same bank.
So for just general knowledge, we normally don't go into Monaco because it's Camarilla,
I mean,
like
you
at
can,
all? Or do
you
we
can
just not feed or yeah, what's the
you can go in it if you want. It's just that I mean, it doesn't show on your like sleeve or something that you are affiliated with the Anarchs or something. It doesn't even show that you are kindred, technically. It's just that
Mhm.
if you get into a run-in with some either kindred or ghouls or even mortals working for them,
Mhm.
you might not be in a strength position.
Okay.
But I mean, you're welcome to roam around and do whatever you want. It's just don't get caught, pretty much.
Right.
All right.
I feel like Caesar does go and isn't exactly quiet, but just also doesn't raise suspicion about alliance or allegiance. He just needs to be viewed.
All right. With dawn fast approaching, what would be your plan? Do you just go to your sleep and come back in the next eve? What is the plan?
Yeah, we should give what did you tell humans to do?
Didn't really tell them to do anything. I said they could make free reign of this home. He's gonna work remotely. Maybe call out sick.
I mean, if I call on sick, I have to wait until they are in the office, so I cannot call before 9.
Did you tell the children they could have free range of the house?
Well, sure. I just said not to go behind any locked doors.
I'm familiar with children.
They're small. They're small. Yeah, I know of them.
Caesar will look to Michelle.
Mhm.
Don't let them touch shit. Don't let them break shit. We know they're going to try.
James is gonna look genuinely confused.
I wish I could say I could make that promise, but I'm not exactly sure I can.
That's a good answer. That's fair enough for me. Just try. Do your
I
best.
will. I will. I
Single
mean,
fatherhood, understand it's tough.
I mean, right now they still need. I think they're gonna sleep late anyway. So maybe we see in the morning and see what's what.
Yes. The important thing, and I will very gently place my hands on his shoulders. The important thing is that you and your children are safe. I apologize for being scary, but we needed to make sure you were safe.
That's. I'm not sure I understand everything, to be completely honest with you. But right now, I mean, I can pass that as a vacation for them. So I guess it's a win.
They can play outside. I own most of the land outside. I have a caretaker. He brought his animals here. I don't. There might be horses. I don't know.
Horses?
So yeah, I was just gonna ask, do you have staff that can kind of keep an eye on them during the
Yeah,
daytime hours?
I've got a caretaker. He comes
Okay.
during the day and does
Suddenly, I think I'm
mowing.
gonna like it here from Annie plays.
You what you don't really realize, because this is like below your center of interest, you do indeed have a caretaker. He takes care of your garden, of your flowers. It looks magnificent. He does not
Oh.
own horses. He has a
Okay.
dog though.
Right. Dog. He brought an animal of some kind.
Four-legged things. I'm not exactly
That's one of them fine.
Honestly, he's here more than I am.
You see one animal? It's an animal, but like what
Animals
would
and
it be?
children.
One horse.
Amos
Right.
is like, what? It's the same, right?
Nothing says disconnect from reality by being rich like that. This
Right.
is
Oh yeah. No, he's
Beautiful.
totally disconnected. Like he's all about the lesser, the less fortunate. Totally disconnected from what it's like to be that, though.
Yeah.
He's all about supporting. He's all with how his company functions, with providing
His
medication.
heart's in the right place.
Right. He's just totally disconnected. No idea what it's like.
all right. So as the dawn is about to arrive, where many people get up, start their day, and prepare to work, you don't do any of that. You do quite the opposite. You go and find a much needed sleep. During the day, you don't really know as you are currently sleeping. But
Mhm.
not much is happening with Michelle and the kids. They are playing with the dog. The dog is terrifying to the little girl, but so interesting to the little boy. The IT guy, however, is absolutely exhausted and devastated. It's a lot. And as night begins to come, quite late since it's summer, you guys emerge from your slumber. And as we do so, I need all of you to roll a rouse check for today.
Do you want to mention one thing? I
Yes.
purposely did not give him the Wi-Fi password.
Okay, sounds good.
That's hunger?
Yeah, you click on hunger, you should roll
Hunger, okay.
the rouse check.
Does it fail?
Yes.
I got
Caesar.
5.
Caesar,
What?
you
You a hungry
feel
boy.
you feel hungry. You feel the beast within you kind of growl and claw its way out. You keep it under check for now, but your hunger rises to 2 now. And you do feel a bit snackish. It's especially frustrating considering a perfectly good snack is just within reach today.
Springtail.
Nevertheless, as you guys emerge at your own paces, what is your plan? At the moment, the kids are already asleep.
Jameis is gonna go and find out if they broke anything. It's like he was dead set. There's no way they could break anything. There's no way they'd be that stupid to break anything.
I will
But
just
Caesar kind of made him question that.
I will just roll a random luck check and see how it goes.
I mean, that's how it works.
So you know that vase that you really enjoyed?
No.
Oh.
Let's
Mhm.
just say this is the best moment for you to start learning the art of kintsugi, where you have to fix, broken pieces with golden trims.
It's not right for a
Yeah.
4.
Uh-huh.
This is the right moment to learn that. Michelle is appalled and terrified and especially humble right now.
Just gonna. Caesar, you were right. I don't.
Darling,
Why
I
did
always
they-
am.
What?
So
You
they
know,
were
I
looking.
think
They were looking for a ball. They didn't find a ball in your apartment, so they went with rocks. And it took them like one throw to realize that it's a little bit hard to throw rocks, so they throw it harder. and let's just say that like he wanted to dodge it, so he jumped on the side, and on the side was the vase, and the vase is on the ground. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll pay for it.
Oh
I'm so
no,
sorry.
I don't think you will. He's gonna look to Caesar and Sasha. Is that normal thing for children to do?
Incredibly. They're very good at breaking things, and their hands are always sticky.
He's just gonna start cleaning it up. He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna clean it up, and he's gonna go to the kitchen. How's the kitchen look?
Kitchen looks nice. Crumbs,
Okay.
lots of crumbs.
Okay.
The kitchen looks nice. It is currently around 8. What is your plan?
He's
So
the transfer
so
happens at
there.
9, right?
Yes.
Mhm. We should go stake out the bank. And see who is getting up money.
It was a cash withdrawal, right? It never.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's
what
go.
what do I do? Do I stay here? What's I don't know.
You go to bed and make sure your children don't break any more of my things.
Again, I am not
You-
sure this
you
is
are
a promise
still
I can do.
You are still a welcome guest.
Thank you.
You and your
I-
family.
So
I really wanted
When-
to make sure that you know that I'm appreciative of what you do. I'm still heavily terrified, but I appreciate the gesture, really.
Do not worry.
So,
The
you
Baroness
called
will
in
pay for
sick
it.
to work today, Michelle?
I did. It's, believe it or not, it's easier to call in sick now, like post-COVID. It's very much
Mhm.
easier.
They said nobody said anything was unusual at office today.
At the moment, no, but people don't usually give a shit about IT guys, you know? So, I mean, they only remember that I exist when they have a problem, so as long as I'm still here to fix it, should be alright.
Well, he doesn't have the Wi-Fi, so he's not online, so he can't be traced back here, right? That was the
Exactly.
whole. Okay.
He is online, but not using your Wi-Fi. He's using his phone as a,
His phone.
access point.
Yeah, I don't know if that's safe thing to stay here in your haven, Seamus.
It's secure. I had it built to be a haven to stand up against people like us.
So,
But first defense is not being found, so if he can be traced. It is your haven, it is your choice. I am just offering advice.
It's a very valid point, but where else would we put him?
I mean,
I-
we have
I-
what we need from him, so I don't really care.
Yes, but I feel like we are responsible for the children now. Kind of where I'm at. I assume we're having this conversation in front of him.
Right in front of him. Yeah, I don't care.
I really don't. I understand, but we got.
Caesar has a little more tact, so he's just watching the two of them. He pours himself a glass of wine.
We need to make sure, we have a duty to take care of those that are less fortunate than us. And well, we need to look
Yes,
at-
but we don't need to risk our locations for that. I'm not saying throw them on streets. I'm saying put them in hotel or something else.
But hotel is not as. Actually, the hotel might be a good idea. We could bounce them around rooms. And I could write it as a business expense and make the Duchess pay for it. Baroness. Make
Fairness.
the Baroness pay for it. And then get it written off on tax.
And then they
Yes.
don't break any more of your vases. See? So it's a win-win.
Let's move them to a hotel tonight.
Does that mean that like we're going on a ride again?
Yes.
hmm
Okay. Are you gonna drive again?
I trust you to drive your car this time.
Thank you.
I'm still going
Remember
to ride
to
with
use
you.
blinkers.
Yeah, I yes. I'm so sorry. Kids, kids, gather your things. We're on our way. Now, know that getting to the bank in time to witness the withdrawal is going to be a bit tight,
Yeah.
timing-wise. You're a bit off from the city, and on a Friday evening, there are people on the road. So, my question is, how do you want to deal with your... I'm gonna call him an abductee.
Why don't you two go to the bank? Because we're not intercepting anything. We're just going to see
We're
who
just
they are.
observing. Yes.
I'll get him set up in the hotel.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, Stella comes to pick you up.
Caesar, one other question with the children. I need to put them somewhere nice, not somewhere cheap, right? Would that be better for the children?
The children won't carry the way. They're going to a hotel. It'll be a lovely little holiday for them. They'll have a great time. If there's a pool, they'll be very happy.
Somewhere with a pool. Yes.
Somewhere with a pool. Okay. Michelle, I assume you know where there is a hotel with a pool that your children would enjoy, right?
I mean, there's one that is like a little bit outside of the city that's apparently nice.
Perfect.
I've always wanted to go.
There, we're going there.
Okay. Okay. I hope they take reservation that late, but yeah, okay, sure. Let's
They
do
don't have
this.
a choice.
He's
This is going on the company card.
he's making his best to try to not have noticed what you just said, and starts driving this way. As you're going towards the hotel, and Sasha and Caesar, you arrive near the bank, roughly like 45 to 50 minutes later. How exactly are you acting there? Yes.
Well, first, Sasha would say to Seamus, get Michelle's number in case we need to check in with him. Just like,
That's a good idea.
just
I'll do that.
make sure we get that. I think we'll have Stella drop us off down the street from the bank, and we can walk in separately
Mm-hmm.
and just be on the lookout for, if it's... We're just going to really look at the tellers and who's taking out a cash withdrawal. That's my plan. Cesar, I don't know if you have anything.
Okay.
I'm not looking at anyone's looking at them, say, horny and might need some comfort, might need a snack.
After you can snack after, honey.
Okay.
So I'll go in first.
Okay. The bank itself is not open. It is,
Hmm.
or at least it's not open to the public. You can easily see the main door, beautiful
Mhm.
glass doors, but at the moment it is not open unless you have a way to get in.
Can I hear anything inside?
Here, not necessarily through the glass doors. What you can see, however, is 2 security guards, one on each side,
Mhm.
and a person waiting at a desk a bit further away.
Okay.
Do you remain in front of the bank, or do you try to get a little bit
No,
of
I don't want to be
distance?
visible. Yeah, I
Mhm.
want to see who comes out, and if there's another entrance to the bank, maybe get Caesar on that one.
There is not actually. The main entrance is the only one, which also causes a little
Mhm.
bit of problems sometimes. But you also know that Monaco is 2 square kilometers. It is very small. There's limited
Mhm.
space. They do what they can with what they have. Can I get both of you, please, to roll me a? I'm gonna call that a wits plus stealth, please. To try to, be inconspicuous.
To success, a one-on-one hunger die, but success outweigh hunger.
Okay. In the middle of Monaco, with all those people still walking about, it's easy enough to just fade in the crowd. So, all is good. You watch the bank intensely and wait for anybody to arrive. And you do, with absolutely fantastic punctuality. His demeanor is very self-assured. His suit is top-notch. Caesar, you really appreciate it. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, Victor de Montfort. He gets into the bank.
Here are my notes. Here they are.
And
He's
within...
the kindred who's, we got the folder with the photos of him.
Yes, that's the man.
Mm-hmm.
Within little less than 5 minutes, he gets out, but he has with him a suitcase, a sort of briefcase of sorts. And he's starting to walk away. Yes.
How did he arrive? Did we see a car drop him off, or?
A car dropped him off, but on but leaving the bank, he leaves by foot.
Okay, I would like to get the license plate.
Okay. Give me wits and awareness, please.
While that's happening, I'd like to position myself in a way where he bumps into me. And I would like to use my lastly pickpocketing to see if I can get anything nice from like
Get anything nice?
Interesting.
nice, meaning a key card.
Mm-hmm.
Important.
Interesting. So give me manipulation plus larceny, please.
I love that.
With the specialty, so you can tick the plus 1d10 next to your skills. Since pickpocketing is
forget how
your
many.
jam.
This
Or
is your
success.
success.
So you get to the guy in front of him and you just randomly bump into him. Oh, I'm sorry, and just keeps moving. You, however, quite happy with yourself, currently have in your hand what you thought was a flyer at first, but it's an invite to how to say what it is to, but you can say where it is for. As you can see, the very noticeable logo of Monte Carlo's casino. And this is where we're going to stop for today. So we will pick up there next time. So the dates are a mystery because we are currently pre-recording this, but we will let you know. Keep an eye on Sparabel's socials. They will make sure to let you know on the date. And in the meantime, have a beautiful time zones and good evening, everybody. Bye.